Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. It's Tuesday. No self-quarantining going on the Mark Arum Show. All the bananas and myself are here with you till 8 in the p.m. Hopefully, going to keep you entertained on your ride home. Coming up next hour, little Sanjay will join us with Would You Rather. But as we've been doing, I guess, for the last 2 weeks, Longoria, although you might not remember because you've been off so much because you're no longer stoic, we've been updating coronavirus. And
Coronavirus. COVID-19.
There's more updates today. I guess the biggest story locally is Fulton County schools closed again tomorrow. And then hopefully they'll reopen Thursday, but those two impacted schools will remain closed until they're done cleaning. A lot more cancellations. The Ivy League basketball tournament. You know what the Ivy League is, Chuck? Harvard, Princeton, Yale.
Yeah, sorry,
they've canceled their tournament.
I couldn't get into.
They've canceled their yeah, exactly. None of us here on the Mark Arum Show got any. Although it's kind of funny. So I played, this was years ago in my former life as a Division I athlete. I played in the Summer League Baseball League, and the catcher went to Yale. And the kid was a moron.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, not a moron, but I was definitely smarter than this guy, and he got into Yale.
Did he go get on a scholarship, maybe?
They don't have athletic scholarships.
Oh, really?
They don't? Yeah. He got a scholarship, but it's not like an athletic scholarship. But anyway, so that really puts in doubt what's going to happen with the NCAA tournament here in Atlanta. I mean, they're canceling stuff already. They've limited access to players and coaches in locker rooms for the media. Just unbelievable. And it really hadn't hit close to home, the coronavirus story, until this morning. I need that sounder again, Longoria.
Coronavirus.
They've closed a Waffle House in Cherokee County. Now I'm like, what? One worker worked there one day on March 1st, and he has the coronavirus, and they've closed it down, and they've changed now. You know, I'm a big Waffle House guy.
Yeah.
So when you go to a Waffle House, they've got the condiments on the table now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at every Waffle House, you have to ask for the condiments.
Oh, really?
They're not going to be on the table. I never realized, but
Are they going to give you like the little single serving?
I don't know.
ones? That would make more sense.
that would make more sense. But I never
just give
thought
them the
how
bottle.
disgusting, the
Sure.
condiment, not just at Waffle House, but at any restaurant. Like,
Oh, yeah.
as a former waiter, I never cleaned the outside of the ketchup
No, they
bottle.
never get wiped down.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
just get refilled.
exactly. You just marry the ketchups. You
Yep.
fill them back
Marry
up.
the
No one
marry
ever.
the
And that's probably like the grossest thing in the world. And now, so that's going
Probably
to be
like
on.
close to the remote in a hotel room.
Exactly. So that is gone now. The condiments. So now that the coronavirus has impacted Waffle House, this is really started to impact my life. I'm not self-quarantined. I'm not going to stop going to the Waffle House. And this was only one Waffle House closure, but it hits close to home. Speaking of home, we're waiting for some Georgia residents to get back to the metro Atlanta area. Joining us live is Robin Walensky covering the story. These are the cruise passengers that were stuck off the California coast, and they're supposed to be in Dobbins Air Force Base tonight. Robin, have they arrived yet? What's going on there?
I would not put my money on that they will be back tonight, Mark. There's no way. I've been in touch with this guy. If you've been listening to WSB all week, his name is Howard, and he is 78 years old, so he's pushing 80. And he's from Cobb County. He's on there with a group, and he just texted me a few minutes ago that the ship is out of food.
Oh, so he is still on the ship.
He's on the 5th floor. You know, for people who've been on cruise ships, he's got one of those rooms, Mark, with the 2 twin beds and just a window, no deck.
Oof.
So the photographs are on WSBradio.com. You could see pictures. He texted me a picture of the room yesterday. So Randy put it up there.
Real quick, Robin, give us the 30-second backstory. This cruise ship has been off the coast of Florida, of California, for how long and why?
It's been circling. It was circling for 5 days. People got sick with the coronavirus. 19 of the 21 crew members had corona. So it was circling for 5 days because the governor out there couldn't decide, Gavin Newsom couldn't decide, didn't want it in San Francisco, too many people. So they end up putting it in Oakland. So it pulls into Oakland after 5 days of circling. People were in their rooms. They were only allowed to open the door to get a tray of food, like a literal
literally, yeah.
prison, Mark.
Shawshank.
Yeah.
The Shawshank cruise.
And literally yesterday, he finally got cell service. I don't know if the cruise ship knocked them off with the cell service or not, but he called me and he says, I'm looking out the window and I see Alcatraz.
Unbelievable. Robin Walensky joining us on the Mark Arum Show. So how many Georgians do we know in toto are on this cruise ship, Robin?
So there's 34 people. Most of them are north of the age of 70. Some are north of 80. And then yesterday, they dropped masks in front of the room. So now you're not allowed to open your door unless you have the mask on your face. And this development in just the last half hour, because I called Jennifer in the newsroom, Jennifer Griffey, and the deal is, so they're out of food. Get this. So now they're getting food from an outside entity. It's being brought in for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This started last night. And I said to Howard in a text message, are people from the Princess Cruise, are they delivering the food? Like your cabin steward, are they delivering the food? He's like, oh, no. He's like, these are outside people. They dump the tray. Ugh. They knock on your door, and they bolt down the hallway because they're so scared of the coronavirus that they're like doing it Roadrunner style, and they're going down the hall.
Hold that thought, Robert.
Coronavirus. COVID-19.
All right, updating the local angle of this coronavirus cruise, the Shawshank cruise, as we've dubbed it now. Robin Walensky joining us again on the Mark Arum Show. So 34 Georgians on this cruise. They docked in Oakland, and we were told they would be back in Georgia today. But if they're still on the boat, they're not going to be here tonight, right? This isn't going to happen. What's the latest with their departure time?
Mark, listen, I'm going to read to you from Howard. This is like, your grandfather. And he's writing to me, Robin, no luggage tags yet. The captain says the luggage tags should be delivered by tonight. We're now getting food from a shoreside catering company. They put down the food, knock, and run so fast we don't see them.
I would imagine they are not going to have to go through customs, right? So you can get that duty-free tequila that Longoria likes to get on the cruise and just tuck that in your bag and go through.
Yeah, and sneak off.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So let me just tell you from a serious note, they took off, all jokes aside, they took off the really sick people first yesterday. And in fact, they helicoptered off some people when they were about 20 miles off the coast of San Francisco 2 days ago. They choppered people off over the weekend that were really sick. Then they let people who were sick off yesterday. Then they let off the Canadians. Apparently the Canadian government set up some sort of transport for the Canadians. Then they took off the Brits today, and then they took off people from the state of California. You had to have a California driver's license, and everyone else is still on there.
Are they getting flown back to Georgia? Are they going Amtrak? How are we going to transport these 34 Georgians?
No, they are getting on these converted cargo planes, pretty uncomfortable for a 5-6 hour flight.
Yeah.
And you're talking about people that are 70 and 80 years old, Mark, like your grandfather, getting on a plane. He's been in a room alone by himself, only with like TV and a book. You can't talk to anybody. The cell phone service doesn't work. So I'm like texting this guy in the middle of the night. I'm his new best friend.
I'm assuming the casino's not open anymore, right? Because that would have been my saving grace. To
that
go.
Was my first, Mark. That was I play also. That was my first question: is the casino still open?
Yeah, I guess if they're not letting you leave the room, you can't go play blackjack. Talking to Robin Walensky here, WSB radio reporter on the Mark Arum Show, local angle of this coronavirus cruise. They're coming back to Dobbins, and then do we know what's going to happen once they reach Georgia soil and how long they'll be at Dobbins?
So what happens is that they get on this nightmare flight. Once they can get off the boat, they will not be back tonight. You can do the math however you'd like, but they are not. They don't even have the luggage tags yet. So then you're talking about being processed, getting their bags, and then they have a 5-6 hour flight under the best of circumstances. And then once they get to Dobbins, they're going to be tested for coronavirus. And then the 14 days doesn't start until they land here in Georgia. And not only that, but it's 34 people from Georgia plus other people who are on that boat from the East Coast. So anywhere from Maine to Florida. It could be people from Connecticut, people I know from New Jersey. And let's face it, more than 1,000 people on this cruise ship, Mark, from the 2,400 are people over the age of 70.
Unbelievable. And that, of course, as we know with the fatality rates, is the most susceptible. Current nationwide, over 950 confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. and 29 deaths here in Georgia, 6 confirmed and 11 presumptive cases. I just text Howard when he gets back and he's up and ready to go. The Mark Arum Show is going to treat him and his wife to a dinner of his choosing wherever he wants in Metro Atlanta. All right.
I will absolutely tell him that. I just want to say one other thing, Mark. There are people on this ship that ran out of their medicine, diabetes medicine, etc., heart medicine, etc. And one lady on there is a stage 4. She's already been taken off, a stage 4 cancer patient who the doctor gave her 2 weeks to take a break from the chemo, and her chemo was supposed to start back on Monday. So hopefully she's back at a hospital getting treatment. I mean, there's some very upsetting stories.
Great inside stuff, Robin. I appreciate it, buddy.
Of course.
We're going to come back. The cruise industry is never going to recover from this, right? I mean, gosh. They're going to have to give away like $25 cruises to get people like Longoria on those ships. Your thoughts, the latest on coronavirus, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. It's the Mark Arum Show on WSB. Another busy afternoon in the ATL. Don't worry, we got you covered. One more coronavirus update. This is really going to impact Chuck. I'm sorry, Chuck. Thoughts and prayers. Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders campaigns have canceled rallies over coronavirus concerns. There goes your weekend plans.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You're live stream it.
As the main Bernie bro on the Mark Arum Show, Chuck was renting a Scamper van. It was going to drive around and follow the Bernie.
I could follow.
Shout out to Scamper Van, by the way. If you want to rent a van, it's my buddy's company. It's like this cool hooked up. Have you seen it? Yeah, Deb, you know.
Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah.
Rent a van.
It's like this pimped out van if you want to go, not like a Russ van.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But like if you want to drive and go camping.
Yeah.
Like
An
it's got
actual camper.
Yeah, it's like a bed. It's got a Scamper
like
van.
Camper. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
it's actually a pretty cool idea. Not a Russ van.
Okay.
So get your Scamper van. Well, cancel your Scamper
yeah, I'm gonna
van
now. There's no point.
because as a main Bernie bro, they're not having any rallies. When we come back, more on ye old coronavirus. Plus, I got to talk about Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't get over this last week's episode. We're going to have some fun. It's not all coronavirus tonight at the Mark Arum Show. Your calls as well. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Atlanta. It's Andy Cohen. You're listening to the Mark Arum Show.
638, 63 degrees on Peachtree. 6 on the Mark Arum Show back sweat meter. Nice out there. Nice. It was raining earlier. It might rain again. Kirk Mellish knows the answers. You get him here. Still have a red alert on the south side. 675 South shut down. Doug Turnbull and the traffic team keep you posted on the gridlock alert there. Talking about the coronavirus. Another coronavirus update to start the show here. Again, locally,
COVID-19.
the big news is Fulton County schools are closed again tomorrow, and a Waffle House has closed in Cherokee County. Real quick, Chuck, Charles Thomas from the Revenant.com, our political advisor, Charles Thomas III. Mike Pence, Vice President, President Trump, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, none of them have been tested yet for coronavirus. That makes no sense to me.
I doubt that's true.
Well, they've said.
Yeah, I know that they say.
Oh, you think they're lying?
Yeah.
What? President Trump's lying to me?
Yeah, come on.
Come on. No.
Here's the thing. I guarantee they have a tremendous medical staff around them all the time. They are monitoring that stuff. If they haven't been tested, I would think it's unlikely. But they also said the test is not very accurate if you're not showing symptoms.
Okay.
So as long as they're not showing symptoms, they may not
But they
have
could be
been.
carriers. Like Longoria carries a lot of
He does.
diseases. He doesn't show symptoms, but
Sure.
he's what we call a carrier in the
Yeah.
business.
Like a possum.
Sure. I don't know. I would just think, and if they have been tested and they're clean, tell us. Like, you're our president. I want to know that you're
But
okay.
then maybe they haven't.
All right.
Like
They
I said,
should do that.
they're not accurate if they're not showing a lot of symptoms.
Can we send 2 tests, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show, to the White House for the president and vice
You
president?
just send them masks.
think
Your
they
Mark Arum
probably
mask.
can
Oh,
get tests if they need it.
All right, fair enough. Kayla is in Cartersville. Kayla, welcome to the show.
Hi,
Hey, Kayla.
it's my turn, and I'm in the middle of Walmart.
Oh, do you want me to put you on hold?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Excellent. How are you, dear?
Good. I would like to raise some concern. My mother went to the hospital today per instruction of her doctor to be checked out for the coronavirus, and the hospital showed no care. They showed great skepticism and ended up diagnosing her with an upper respiratory virus.
And this was off a doctor referral, too. It wasn't just like she
Off
just
of a
walked
doctor
in.
referral.
Yeah.
Yes, and she has chronic lung conditions,
Oof.
and so she started out with flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if you knew what the criteria was, who has a say-so, and whether or not somebody can be tested for this.
Well, I would. I don't have an answer for that. Sadly, I would go to another facility then. I mean, if you got turned, don't say the name of the hospital that turned her down. But I would. I would go try to do it with the. Go to another place. Now, I have a friend on Facebook that had the similar thing, and he got tested, and it turned out it was bacterial pneumonia or something like that. It wasn't coronavirus, but it was. They diagnosed him with something else. So maybe, hopefully, that's what it is with your mom. How old is she?
She is 49.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but with the respiratory issues, that's still touch and go. I would just try to go scout another hospital, and you still have the doctor referral, so that should get you in the door and help you out a little bit.
Right. They did test her for the flu and for strep.
Yeah.
And they did her a lung scan. All that came back fine.
Okay.
So my concern was that the hospital here is not treating these things with concern. They're just,
To be honest, they might not have a test in that hospital. Maybe go to one of the, like an Emory or a Piedmont, one of the bigger hospitals that might have the tests on hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But again, ask your doctor, though, because I'm the last person that should be giving medical advice.
Right.
But check it out.
I wanted to know if you've heard of hospitals turning people away and not wanting to test. It's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I don't know, Deb. Kayla, keep us posted though. I want to know how your mom's doing. I mean, urgent care. That's where I go these days, right? For everything. Do you think they have coronavirus tests?
It sounds like they're not widely available to any places.
Anybody, yeah.
Yes, I mean maybe the CDC has some, but I don't know that they're necessarily giving them to all the pharmacy,
Sure.
just anywhere. You can't just walk in somewhere and think it have it.
I just saw a note they've ordered a million more tests to be produced. Yes, Chuck.
I was just going to say they are trying to get them out into the public square, so these hospitals, so they're readily available.
Yeah.
One of the things is, even if you go to a hospital and you tell them you think you're having symptoms, you have to show that you may or may not have been, you may have been in contact with somebody that already had it before that. So that may be what happened with Kayla's mom.
She could have. No, I'm not. I was just pointing at Longoria because you're a carrier. That's why I didn't want the music.
Yeah, if we went in with symptoms, we'd be like, well, we were in touch with Longoria. And they'd be like, of course, come right in. We'll test
Longoria
you.
was in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Jesse's in Snellville. Jess, what's going on?
Hey, Mark. Thank you very much for taking my call.
My pleasure, buddy. What's up?
You were before the last break. You had commented on cruises are going to have to give away cruises for $25 or something to get people back on.
Yeah.
My family and I, we love cruising, and we've gone on quite a few cruises. And right now, Royal Caribbean is really jerking us around with a credit that we have that I'd already paid for, and somehow my wife ended up pregnant, so we weren't able to go 2 years ago with a Zika virus.
Well, hold on. Before we go on,
well,
you understood how she wound up pregnant, right? Not somehow, unless it was the Immaculate Conception Part Due. You know how that happened, right?
Let me just say it was. I will say it was a lot of prayer.
Uh-huh.
It was answered prayers, and we had just finished foster care, and I mean, yes, I understand how.
Gotcha.
But it was extremely unexpected.
Jesse, we're up against the break. Can I put you on hold through the break because I want to hear more about this? All right. Yeah. I love cruising too. I've went on two. I was anti-cruise till I went on them. I loved them. I don't know if I'm getting back on a cruise ship after this stuff. Has to be a really good deal, Longoria. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. On my Instagram page, Longoria, I posted Deb Green's lemon cookie video. Very funny stuff. So check me out on Instagram at Mark Arum. This is the Mark Arum Show on WSB. Bob Walensky joined us earlier, giving us the latest on the Corona Cruise, that cruise ship that was docked off the coast of California for 5 days. 34 Georgians allegedly on their way back. Jesse in Snellville wants to talk about the cruise industry. What's going on, Jess? Continue, my friend.
Yes, thank you, Mark. we ended up having to postpone our cruise because of the Zika virus. They gave us a credit for money that I'd already spent. Now they're saying I've got 4 weeks to use it or I lose it.
Oof.
My own money that I've already spent.
Yeah.
My daughter, the Immaculate Conception that I was telling you about before the break. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's wonderful. But she's already been in CHOA for 2 4-day stints. Her immune system just isn't perfect. But she's awesome.
Here's the problem, Jesse. You're not going on that cruise within 4 weeks. Just don't do it. Obviously.
Oh, no.
But here's the thing: that cruise line is overwhelmed right now. I mean, you're like caller 9,000 on the queue right now when you call customer service. So I would, you know what? I would advise you to call Team Clark Howard, right, Longoria? They're the guys that can fix things like that.
Yeah, they can.
I offer sage advice, but I don't get anything done. Team Clark Howard, the Consumer Action Center.
I will listen to you. No, and I love cruising, but if they cheat my family out of my own money, like I'm done with Royal Caribbean.
I don't. Well, I don't want to say their name. I don't want to say their name. I don't say here. Chuck is going to give you the Consumer Action Consumer Action Center line. Chuck will, after he eats whatever he just put in his mouth, Chuck will take care of you. Andrew is in Gainesville, Georgia. Andrew, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. What's going on, buddy?
Just headed home.
Heading home, my man. What's going on? Thanks for spending your trip with us.
Actually,
everybody clap your hands.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I spend almost every day on the way home listening to y'all.
My man.
I actually called in a couple months ago about some fried fish on Fridays in the school or something.
I remember that call. It was a legendary call because fried fish on Fridays is, I mean,
Fried Fish Friday.
Especially during Lent, Deb Green. I mean, what's better than fried fish Fridays?
I don't eat fish.
Well, the other Catholics eat fish.
They're Catholic.
Anyway, Andrew, how can I help you, buddy?
Y'all need to do the reverse millennial matchup.
Match game.
More. I'm a millennial.
Would you like to play?
I'd love to play.
All right, hang on the line. You're going to talk to Chuck, too. That was a Zika call. That was not a Corona call, Longoria. Eric is up next to the Mark Arum Show. Get me back on schedule here, E-Dog. What's going on?
Hey, man, what's going on? I'm headed home myself, too.
Well, thank you for spending your ride with us. I truly appreciate you spending your ride with us, buddy.
So great. Listen, I have a would you rather question.
Okay.
Not to take anything away from Sanjay, but
yes.
Would you rather pay $25 for a cruise, or would you rather get $25 for a cruise?
I would rather get $25 for a cruise, right?
I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's like, what's it worth? You know, because I mean, you start thinking about the idea of paying for something, and as opposed to, you know, if you get something for nothing.
Yeah. I'd always rather get money than give money. I mean, all right, we're gonna
Nobody
regroup.
wants to talk about coronavirus anymore.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with coronavirus. Don't worry, folks. We're moving on. Little Sanjay, curb your enthusiasm, things that annoy people, and sweet treats. That's all in the second hour. That's all I'm going to say. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. On Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Did I mention Russ in Gainesville as well?
You did now.
Yeah, Russ is coming up as well after news, weather, traffic. Hang tight. We'll be right back. It's the Mark Arum Show on WSB.
The Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I'll run this town to be near you. I stand alone. I stand alone.
Welcome back to the show and a good Tuesday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This, my friends, is the Mark Arum Show, heard Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on WSB. Programming note to Deborah Green, executive producer of the show. No show tomorrow because of Georgia Bulldog basketball, but I need that coronavirus sounder again, Longoria. One more time. We're not talking about it, but there'll be a special coronavirus program tomorrow with the conservative Viking Eric Erickson and Clark Howard from 4 to 6:30. So I'm getting the day off. I think Deb's getting the day off.
I'm self-quarantining.
Self-quarantining. Longoria, you're still here because you're stoic.
I'm here till 8.
Chuck?
I'm here.
You going to be screened for that thing?
that thing?
No.
No, Kim Drobes is. Clark
Or
Howard
Scotty or
screener.
somebody.
No, it's Kim Drobes. I heard the conversation.
All right.
Yeah. I suggested you, and Drew's like, no, we're good. Never. No, we're
We actually want to get people on the air.
No.
I know I'd hang up on everybody.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we're all here. That's Deb, that's Longoria, and that's Low T Chuck. I forgot to do that part.
Low T.
There we go. So we'll be back on Thursday for a full show. I want to talk about Curb Your Enthusiasm, but first, let's talk to our buddy Russ in the beautiful hamlet of Gainesville, Georgia.
Come here a minute. I want to talk.
Russ just sent me a van picture, Longoria, and not the van I was predicting.
Okay.
That's kind of a mom van there, Russ. No, I mean, not to throw you under the bus, but that's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is a mom van.
Maybe he bought it from one of his moms.
Did you buy it from one of your ladies?
No, that girl Joy.
Yeah.
We were walking down the road. I had no car because I wrecked the Cadillac.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I like that van," so I'll let her pick it up.
Oh, all right. I was picturing the van with like no windows in the back.
Yeah, just one window.
Yeah.
Like the shaggin' wagon
Exactly.
from Dumb and Dumber.
Maybe a unicorn painted on it.
That's what I was expecting. Not the not a minivan. You got a minivan there, Russ. No one's doing any partying
Hey, I
in a
want to tell you
minivan.
something I discovered about my girlfriend yesterday that's weird. But first, I want to say I would have used that song "My Sharona" for the Corona song.
Yeah.
Because there's a line in it that goes, "It's just a matter of time, Sharona." You could say, "Just a matter of time, Corona."
I used to sing that song to Wendy Corona. Long before the coronavirus was a thing, I would say my Corona. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I like
so
our
you
little
followed it
sounder.
first.
I like our
Okay.
Corona sounder.
Coronavirus.
High pitch Eric.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
there you
pretty
go.
good.
All right,
So yesterday,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
discovered my girlfriend is left-handed. What is up with that?
Were you
I had no
engaged
idea.
in an activity that she used her left hand? And
we were kicking something across the parking lot, and she's kicking it with her left foot. I said, "Why are you kicking it with your left foot?" She said, "I'm left-handed."
Wait,
and I never knew.
Left.
I never
Hold
even saw her.
on, Russ. Hold on. Left-handed people kick with their left foot as well. They're left-footed.
Apparently.
No,
I don't know about that. I'm
Apparently
right-handed, and when it came to gymnastics, I always did stiff with my left foot first.
What about soccer players? Right? Do soccer players predominantly kick left
no,
or right?
strikers will usually kick with their dominant hand. Yeah.
All right, so I just got a text in the Piccadilly hotline, Russ. Sanjay says moving along, so I gotta let you go, buddy. But we'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk to you on Thursday. I literally just got a text. Sanjay said Sanjay's got dinner plans apparently. Let's check in with Sanjay.
It's time for Would You Rather with Little Sanjay.
He is the guru, the soothsayer, the truth seeker, the asker of unanswerable questions. He can text while on the phone and tell me to move it along. He's Big Sanjay, and Would You Rather. How are you, Sanj?
My man, I got to say, by the way, I am left-handed. I'm a semi-pro soccer player, as you know, so I'm also left-footed.
Really?
Coincidentally. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing, but it is for me.
I'll have to see if my daughter's left-handed. I'll have to throw a ball at her, let her kick it.
Yeah,
which one
see,
she kicks
get
with
back
it.
to us on
like
that
just chunk it
Longoria.
at her. And say,
Chunk it at her. So, Sanjay is going to ask us unanswerable questions. We're going to answer them in studio. Play along in your car. What's the first question there, Sanjay?
All right, along the lines of coronavirus, since that's the topic of the day, would you rather get paid $50,000 today to get coronavirus with a 3.4% chance of dying, or not get the money and take your chances about getting the disease in your regular life?
What's the payout?
$50K.
No, not worth it. That's not enough money for me to get it. Deb Green?
Yeah, I'll just take my chances with the filthy people around me.
Yeah, I would need big six
Don't talk
figures.
about Arum like that.
I would need big six figures to get the coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, 50 grand. I
That's
mean,
not enough money.
50 grand.
you could
Or
die.
die.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's 3% chance,
That
right?
you're, the 3% chance that your kids are orphans.
Well, they won't be orphans. 'Cause
And
my
they
wife
moved to,
will
they
still be
moved to
there.
Gainesville.
She didn't
You'll
get
give
it.
it to your kids and your wife.
No. That's not part of the
Your
deal.
wife will
He
have
just said,
to.
I'll get it.
Your wife will have to move in with Russ.
And live in that van.
Yeah. You're going to take that chance for
Yeah, I'll take the
50K?
50
All
grand.
right, there you go. You got one, Sanjay.
right.
You got one to take the bait.
Okay, along those same lines, would you rather die instantly when that day comes, or get a 2-week notification with extreme details about exactly how and when it's going to happen?
Give me it one more time. That was a little confusing.
Would you when the day comes that you die, would you rather die instantly or get a 2-week notification with all the details about how and when it's going to happen.
I want
Of course, you
instant
can't
death.
take
I want to be surprised. I don't want to know. Give me instant death.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'll take blindsided. I'll obsess over having it be a certain way if I know too much.
Exactly. Chuck, do you want to know or you want to?
Hit me with a bus.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
He doesn't want to know.
Yeah, I want to be surprised.
All right. You're going to die from coronavirus. There's no surprise along the way. You're giving it coronavirus.
I don't know when.
Hope that
though.
50K was worth it. Next question, Sanjay.
All right, along that 50K, would you rather get paid 50K more per year doing your normal job or make what you're making today but not have to deal with people at work at all?
I like dealing with some people at work.
Some people.
Most people here. I have no more mortal enemies at the station. They've all left. I won. So give me the 50K raise. I want to make 65 grand. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll take the raise. I like what I do. I kind of stay to myself as much as possible.
Yeah. People tell me.
Yeah.
Like once
All right,
a week.
Von Judge and Sign.
Once a week, people are like, "Hey, what's up with Deb Green?" I was like, "Do they do that to you too?"
You know, most of those people never say thank you for all the food you bring in either.
No, I'm not saying it's these people. Those people. But they're just like, they're like, oh, she sounds so fun in the air. And then I see her in the hall and she just like shoots past me.
I know. I just don't want to know about your cat or your salad.
Yeah, I
if you come
understood.
to me
That's
with a
what
band
I
question, I'm all good.
She just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I stick up for her. I'm like, she's amazing. She's an amazing person.
I just keep to myself.
But it's like you are a mystery inside these halls.
That's exactly how it needs
there
to be.
you go. All right, what are we doing, Chuck? You taking a 50 grand raise or you hate people though?
Yeah, but I need the money.
All right. So if all things be equal, you'd rather be alone. Though.
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
But I need the money.
Yeah, I'm taking the 50.
Obviously, you almost died.
Now I got 100 grand. Now I got 100 grand. And I'm the only one living.
Gonna open up a tattoo shop.
There you go.
Oh my God! So I went to the stand-up. Hold on, Sanjay. I went to see Shuley from the Stern Show on Saturday night, and one of the openers. I forgot his name. He's a local guy. He's hilarious, and he has tattoos all up and down his arms. And he goes, I look at him. He goes, it just reminds me of time. Oh, that was the time I had $80 extra. I thought it was so. I got to find this guy's name. He was he was talking about his drug dealers, and he's like, you got your number one guy, right? He goes, but drug dealers aren't always reliable, so you got to have a deep bench. Yeah. So he's like, you got to have a number two guy, and he goes, God forbid you got to use your third string drug dealer. And I got to find that guy's name. It was really funny. All right, next question, Sanjay. Sorry.
All right, this is the last one because I got to get back to doing taxes. Would you rather be able to only use a spoon to eat noodles for the rest of your life or only be able to use a fork to eat cereal with milk?
We do this already?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to call Veronica in?
Yeah, call Veronica in. Let's see what she wants.
Are you doing reruns, Sanjay?
No.
We've definitely done this one before.
I think you can find this video on your social media feed.
Yeah.
Okay, skip it. Would you rather never be able to sleep with any comforter at all at night, or have to sleep with a heavy down comforter every time you sleep?
Ooh.
I'm going to eat cereal with a fork. That's a tough one. So this is ironic because of George's wacky weather, I'm alternating comforter, no comforter. I'm going to go no comforter because a comforter in the summer would be too much. I would just wear more clothes. I'll put on Chuck's long johns that he got me and a sweatshirt and just have a sheet as opposed to a comforter. So I'll go no comforter ever.
I can sleep with a million blankets. I'm still cold.
Really?
Yep.
So even the summer with a comforter. All right.
I can't be hot while I sleep. I'm with you. I'd layer and
it gets freezing out. You just put more clothes on.
Yeah, no comforter.
No comforter.
I don't even sleep with one now. So.
But I think since you have the coronavirus, you're going to get the chills, so you might need the comforter longer.
Get a blanket.
You get a fever.
But you got $100,000 too, though, so you're good. All right, Sanjay, a subtle hint that he is the official accountant of the Mark Arum Show. You can find him on Facebook, Brass Tax Accounting, or brass.tax online. How's the coronavirus impacted your tax services, Sanjay? Everything all right?
You know what? Most of the stuff I do is remote. People send me stuff, and I send them something back. So it's going all right.
There you go. All right, Sanjay. Enjoy, buddy.
My man.
All right. Chuck joins us in Auburn. Chuck, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, Mark. How are you?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, two things. One, I want to thank you for the Christmas card.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And but no, I played soccer. I'm like you. I played baseball
in school. I played baseball in high school,
Mhm.
and I played soccer in college at University of North Carolina. And I'm left-handed, and I kick left-handed. I played left wing and inside left, or striker as they call it now, in college and soccer. But I can bat right-handed or left-handed. I throw left-handed, but I swing a golf club right-handed. So
Interesting.
I don't know.
But
It
so
is interesting.
you would, as a former Division I soccer athlete, I'm very honored to have you call, Chuck, in North Carolina, prestigious school. So as a left-handed person, you also kick left-handed, left-footed.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I never knew that
yeah.
was a thing.
Yeah, I played left wing, so I would center the ball up, for the forwards, the strikers.
So,
And,
the people, again, I'm very soccer ignorant, but folks on the left side of the field, do they tend to be left-footed? That would make more sense, right?
Well, I guess ideally that would you'd migrate towards that position if you were left-handed. Yeah, that left-footed. Yeah, I mean that's
Interesting.
obviously. It's just like I believe in baseball. I was a first baseman because pretty much every play after the batting goes,
Yeah, left. The only position. Well, two positions. Never mind. Forget it. There's a lot of positions that you can't be left-handed in baseball. When we come back, I got to recap the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode from Sunday and ask you a question, you listener. That's the Mark Arum Show on WSB. Right back after this.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
All right, quick show of hands in the studio. Who here watches Curb Your Enthusiasm? Everybody? Chuck, raise your hand. You watch it. All right, did you see Sunday's episode? So funny. Anyway, Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the most brilliant shows on the planet Earth, but if you're very sensitive, you're not going to like it. It can be very offensive. It's hilarious, though. So in Sunday's episode, no spoiler alert, but Larry David, who is the main character, he comes up with the idea for an app called Gotta Go. And basically, it's actually really brilliant. Really brilliant. So basically, the app is, let's say you work, so in the episode, a guy worked at a newsstand in L.A., and he couldn't go to the bathroom because he couldn't leave the newsstand, right? You leave the newsstand, people are going to steal the magazines. Chuck's going to get guns and ammo. Longoria's going to get enchiladas today. Deb's going to get...
Rolling Stone.
Well, remember those? Oh, you were probably too young. When I was growing up, they had like heavy metal magazines. Do you remember those? Like it was
like Kerrang. They still make.
I don't know, but it was like pictures of
Dio,
Striper, and
Striper.
I don't know.
Sure.
Anyway, so this guy can't leave. So Larry comes up with the idea for this Gotta Go app. And it's basically like Uber for going potty, hurry poopies.
Okay.
Like if you're working at a job and you can't leave to go to the bathroom, you use the app, and then Leon shows up and he covers the job for you. So
Okay.
until he covers for 10 minutes while you go hurry poopies or whatever. And one guy was a shoe shine guy. He needed the Gotta Go app, and it's a brilliant thing. And I just thought about it. I'm like, in all my my stomach issues, in all my working career, I've only had one job where I would have needed that app, and that was when I ran the hot dog cart.
Oh yeah,
and
you
I
can't
don't
leave a hot dog cart.
I mean, this was so long ago. I was in college, maybe even a senior in high school. I don't know what I did when I had to go to the bathroom because
you didn't.
I didn't. I couldn't have, right? Because
No.
you leave the hot dog cart alone on the
Oh,
street.
If I was walking along and there was an unmanned hot dog cart, it's
Exactly.
turning into bedlam.
So so I was just thinking of other jobs that could use the Gotta Go app. What I wanted to ask you here, dear listener, is have you ever had a job where you couldn't go to the bathroom and you would have had to have used the Gotta Go app? Now, when I do TV in the mornings, I have spaces, right? I've got 10 minutes
Yeah, you
between
got
hits.
times.
But like Fred Blankenship, my buddy, like
they can't.
He needs to. I mean, he's got to take like Imodium every morning or something, right? Because he can't piece off on the anchor desk for 10 minutes and it's just poor Linda up there. So he might be able to use the. Imagine Leon sliding
Could you
in.
imagine Leon sliding? That's all I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Was all of a sudden you come back and it's Leon.
So I've got a prize pack to give away. Give me a job. Have you ever had a job where you couldn't leave to go to the bathroom? My buddy in New York was worked in a toll booth. I can't imagine he could go to the bathroom, right?
No.
They just had a bucket in the corner of the toll booth, maybe. I don't know. So there we go. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Have you ever had a job or currently have a job where you could not leave to go to the bathroom, where you could have used the Gotta Go app. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk, on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Back after news, weather, and traffic, this is The Mark Arum Show.
Jamie Foxx here. You there? You listening to The Mark Arum Show? You better.
7:36-ish on a Tuesday. 63 degrees on Peachtree Street. No show tomorrow, but don't worry. Bulldog basketball is mercifully coming to an end, and you'll get full Mark Arum shows throughout the week. It's been a rough year for the Bulldog Nation. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Still to come, the most annoying things that people think. The most annoying things that people think.
Are annoying?
That are annoying, something like that. And the best desserts in every state. But in honor of Curb Your Enthusiasm on Saturday, the Gotta Go app that Larry David invented on the show, it basically sends someone to your job to cover for you so you can go to the bathroom. Have you ever had a job where you couldn't go to the bathroom? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Kevin joins us on the program. What's going on, Kev?
Word up.
You ever had a job where you couldn't go hurry, hurry poopies, as Longoria likes to say to his kids?
Well, I call it leaky poos, and if you got a bad case of that, you would have a tough time. Whenever I worked as one of those big donuts that waves to you on the side of the road at a Dunkin' Donuts once.
Oh, man.
And it took forever to get in and out of that costume. And
it was a costume-dependent thing, yeah.
It took two people to get it on you, and it was... So if you had to rush off, you was in trouble.
Yeah, you know Harry the Hawk down at the Hawks? Like, I know the guy that's in the costume, and I'm sworn to secrecy. I can't tell you what his real name is.
Oh, really?
But we've had that conversation before about what he has to go to the bathroom, because it's a process to get that stuff. So, yeah, the big donut costume would be tough to get out. I would imagine, Chuck, when you're out hunting in the winter time, not summer hunting, but when you're all in the Montana gear, you know, with the pelts, wearing all your pelts and everything. It's tough to disrobe.
Yeah, it's a lot to get all that off. That's why you prepare and you make sure you go before you head out
Exactly.
in the woods.
Have you ever had a job where you couldn't go to the bathroom?
No.
Never?
No.
Construction, you had the porta potties there.
Yeah, and I would leave if there wasn't and find a bathroom. No.
Yeah, all right. Daniel's in Canton, Georgia. Daniel, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark, what's going on?
What up, brother?
My wife's a big fan. I can't say I'm the biggest fan, but
Aw.
I enjoy it in the morning. Man, I used to, for 3 years, I worked overnights at Quick Trip, and most of those shifts you're by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And in some of the busy parts of town, I mean, you're at the check stand all night long. So even though there's a bathroom there, you don't have time to get to it, and you can't just walk away from the check stand, or else somebody will come in there and jump behind it and steal all the cigs.
All right, I'm going to give you a worst possible scenario, right? You had Taco Bell for breakfast, Taco Bell for lunch, Taco Bell for dinner. You're working the overnight shift at your Quick Trip, and you just have to go. Are you allowed to, just lock the front door, put a sign up, and be like, I'll be back in 5?
Unfortunately, you're not supposed to lock the door. Hopefully you see one of your regular customers that you reasonably trust.
That's what happened in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry was a regular at the newsstand, so the guy's like, Larry.
I watched it last night.
Yeah. Oh, God. But, I mean, the upside is, though, if you can sneak away, Quick Trip bathrooms are marvelous. They're fantastic. Yeah.
Or if you work at a store where you have a clerk overnight and you're not the only one on shift.
Yeah.
Which is far and few between. But
when I worked at retail, my uncle's cigar store, I used obviously with my intestines.
Oh, yeah.
I used that back in 5 minutes sign a lot.
When I worked at the liquor store, I did that all the time.
Yeah,
to
back
get
in 5
something to
minutes.
eat, go,
Yeah. Deb Green, have you ever had a job where you couldn't go hurry poopies?
I mean, when I was on the farm, I had to wait till I got out of the field to do anything.
Why?
How am I going to, in the middle of the field? I'm just
That's
gonna,
what fields are made for.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You've never pooped in the middle of a field?
No.
Oh
dig
my
a
God.
hole. And
It's
Yeah,
liberating.
dig a hole, sure.
It's fertilizer.
Okay.
It's liberating. You should try it one time. You know what? We'll do a Facebook Live.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Of Deb popping a squat in a field. It'll be fantastic. It'll go viral. Marianne is in Marietta. Marianne, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, I was a school bus driver, and I was on my way to my morning routes at like 6:20 in the morning, and I had to pull into a Waffle House, and it made my routes late that morning.
Well, what if was the bus empty or it had kids in it?
It was empty at that point. I wouldn't have been able to go if there were kids.
Yeah,
on
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
I don't know
If you
what I
got a
would've
bus
done.
full of kids,
Oh yeah.
I guess
So
I guess
was
you can
always
pull
nervous about that.
over to a Quick Trip and tell the kids to behave and risk it. I guess I
Lock
don't
the
know.
door.
And then they destroy your bus.
Yeah,
and
can you
you're
lock them in
gone.
there though? You can lock them in, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Wow, I never thought about that. Bus driver. Add another job to the list I can never do, Deb Green. School bus driver. MARTA
It was the
guy.
hardest
I've seen
job
MARTA
ever
guys
had.
pull over.
MARTA guys don't care. They'll just pull over, leave everybody on.
Yeah, they'll leave everyone on and go to the bathroom. I've seen that happen. But a school bus driver, yeah, that's responsibility.
And then if you had elementary or high school, they'd tease you forever if you did. So you just can't.
Or you know what you should do? If this ever, are you still a bus driver, Marianne?
No.
All right. For all the bus drivers out there, here's the thing: you pull into a Quick Trip, and you say to the kids, "Hey, who wants some candy? I'm going to get some candy."
Yeah.
And then the kids will be like, yeah. And be like, all right, I'm going to get candy, but you got to behave.
And I got to lock the door.
Yeah. And then when you come back, you go, hurry, hurry, poopies, and then bring them like a little thing of sweet tarts or something. And be like, take one and pass it around. But at least
maybe.
I'm a problem solver, Marianne. That would work. Especially with grade school kids, right? Maybe not work with high school kids. They'd be like, maybe a six-pack.
There's somebody from a school district listening that's typing a memo right now
You can
to
just
every
threaten the
school
kids like,
bus
hey, if you
driver
say anything
on what not to do if you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I guarantee that's happening right now.
No, but like grade school. All right, so like K through 6. If you say, hey, I'm going into Quick Trip. Who wants candy? All right, I'll get candy. But you guys got to behave.
That sounds creepy.
And then just get a thing.
That's like something Russ would say.
Then just get a
Just
thing.
get in this van.
A Jolly, a pack of Jolly Ranchers. Like that counts as
Do they
candy,
still make
right?
do they still make Now Laters? Remember Now Laters?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
They're bad though, right?
I don't know. What do you
I
mean?
don't remember them being tasty. Danny is in Canton, Georgia. Danny, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
What's up, brother?
So my job was back in the 80s. I was an acoustical operator on P-3 aircraft, which tracked Soviet submarines. And typically our flights were 13 hours. So you could not or would not take the twoster, only because if that happened, you'd be required to clean the entire aircraft.
What?
And the same thing. Yes, absolutely.
If you had to go number 2, you'd have to clean the entire aircraft? What?
Yep. Including the
what kind of
environmental-
explosive airborne stuff is going on? And I don't understand.
No, it's the fact that you couldn't do it in the environmental canister, which is the Navy term for lack of a better term that ends in R. So you had hefty bags and duct tape.
Oh, I got you. All right, that took a turn. Dave.
Not only that, but you couldn't leave your station because if you were tracking a Soviet sub,
Yeah,
like that
you don't want to
could go.
lose. You don't want to lose Red October.
You don't want to lose the target.
Yeah.
So
They cut that out of Red October actually.
The restroom scene.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin had to go hurry poopies, but they cut it out. It didn't make the final cut. Well. Thank you for your service, Danny. Nick is up next to the Mark Arum Show. Hello, Nick.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I
My
was
pleasure,
saying
buddy.
try being a line cook in a college town on a Saturday night.
Oh yeah, you can. I was a line cook at what are those called? Snack bars at a bowling alley. That was tough, but I could still go to the bathroom. But even if we were slammed like on a Saturday, sometimes I was the only employee in the bathroom in the bowling alley.
I can imagine you'd be the only employee in the bathroom.
And I wouldn't lock the front door. I would just go. And if someone needed a pair of size 9s, they were just gonna have to wait till I got out of the bathroom. There's nobody gonna steal at a bowling alley, The pins, the balls.
We were passing shots of Imodium around.
Yeah, I used to be a fan of Imodium. I can't do it anymore because it works too well for me now. So if I take one of those little Imodium pills,
you're out of commission.
I'm out of
for
commission
like
for like 7 to 10 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
That's a lot.
that's not good either.
That's a lot of backup.
Denise is up next on the Mark Arum Show. Hello, Denise.
Hey, Mark.
Did you ever have a job where you couldn't go to the bathroom?
Yes, I'm a nurse, and I used to scrub total joints, and it's a little bit different than scrubbing a regular case. And
Well, hold
dressed
on.
up in-
Who are you scrubbing? What's going on?
I was a scrub nurse.
What is? I don't know what that
so
means.
in surgery.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
So we would do a total knee or total hip replacement, and when you scrub those cases, you wear a spacesuit with a respirator, and it's taking infection control to a different level. So you scrubbed in those cases for about 4 hours, and you were there.
Well, I mean, 4 hours can be a long time if you have to go, but it's not like, an 18-hour brain surgery kind of thing. That would be tougher, I would imagine.
No, it's not that long. But you're in it. You can't get out.
Scrub nurse. Is that like the highest echelon of nursedom, is being a scrub nurse?
It's up there. It's a different type of nursing. for
Yeah,
sure.
I like it. All right, you know what? You sound sweet, Denise. I'm going to give you the prize pack. How about that?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on the line. Low T's going to get some info. What has she won, Deborah Green?
Denise is going to go check out Steve Martin and Martin Short at
Oh, my
Chastain Park
God.
on September 19th.
I got to get Denise back on. Denise, did you hear what you just won?
I did. That's awesome. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's all I got. All right, hang on. I just want to make sure you heard what you won. That was pretty cool. Chris is in Buford. Chris, welcome to the program. What's up, buddy?
Hey, bro. Hey, so for over a decade, I was a fireman, and I will just say that there's been more than one time where you're in an active structure fire, and as a firefighter, you got to go when you got to go.
Oh, see, that's a tale of two cities there because I've got a lot of buddies that are firemen and women. And you've got, a lot of downtime where it's like you can go hours and you can, leisurely do what you got to do in the bathroom. But then when it gets hectic and you're on a big 4-alarm apartment blaze, you're done, man. You can't do anything.
Look, you're running on a big job down on the south side somewhere, and you find a dry roll of toilet paper. It's like finding gold.
I guess if you have to go number one, though, you can kill two birds with one stone and fight the fire while relieving yourself. You ever done that?
Well, I've stayed on air while fighting fire and going to the bathroom before. You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly
you gotta
right.
breathe, but you got to go.
I once put out a campfire doing that. Not to pull rank on you, Chris, but a campfire.
Was it out of control, or you just decided to put it
we
out?
had to go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
In my vast camping experience. When we come back, the things that annoy people the most on the Mark Arum Show on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Back after this.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
What do people find annoying? Knuckle cracking. Does that annoy you, Longoria, when people crack their knuckles?
No, I crack my knuckles.
It annoys the heck out of me, but 74% of Americans say that is not annoying. Someone stealing a French fry without asking, is that annoying, Longoria?
That is very annoying.
59% of Americans say yes. Loud chewing, is that annoying?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll stab somebody. 89% agree. Gum popping, is that annoying, Longoria?
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, Chuck, you agree? I agree. I hate it. 45% of Americans say yes. Is bad spelling or grammar annoying?
No, because I'm a bad speller.
Nah.
72% say yes. When someone talks during a movie, I'm assuming that's in a movie theater.
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
84% of Americans
tell
say
you
yes.
shut up.
When someone cuts in a line,
Yes.
yeah, 94% of Americans say that's annoying. When someone is late to meet you, is that annoying?
Yes.
Yeah,
depends on
I guess
how.
so. Yeah, it depends on the person.
74%. When someone is late for their own radio show, is that annoying?
No, that's just funny. That's good radio.
Yeah.
When someone tells you about their boring dream, is that annoying?
Yes.
How often does that happen?
I don't know.
It depends on the person.
Maya is the only one that tells me about her dreams. And
Yeah,
they're usually pretty funky.
I'm not in any conversation about dreams on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
When someone looks at their phone when you're talking to them, is that annoying?
Yep.
I do
Yes,
that
Mark
a lot.
Arum.
I do that a
And
lot.
everyone does that.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I do that a lot.
Mark does it.
Matthew's up in Gainesville. Hey, Matthew, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing, Mark. Nothing much, Mark. The thing that annoys me the most is people that turn up their cell phones in restaurants so loud that people think that they care about what they're watching.
I hate anytime I can hear what's going on in your phone. That's so annoying to me. That's the worst. Good job, Matthew. You're in line for star of the show. Deb is in McDonough. Deb, welcome to the program.
Yes. As far as annoying things, people keeping you on the phone too long.
Like me, keeping you on hold too long?
In conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And they go on and on and on. I just don't have time to be on the phone all day.
Well, the weirdest thing is my parents, like they must have a timer. Like they won't stay on the phone longer than 4 minutes with me. It's so weird. Back in the day, they would want to talk to me forever, and I'd have to go. Now they're like, all right, we're done.
You
Gotta
don't hear
go.
a knock at the door and a fake
Yeah,
Chinese food
exactly.
here, do you?
All right, real quick. Best desserts in every state. Deb Green compiled this list. She did not taste all of these desserts. Georgia, peach cobbler is the
Yeah, I
best
can see
dessert.
that. I can see that.
Montana, the best dessert in Montana is...
I have no idea.
Homemade almond roca.
I don't even know what that
All
is.
right.
This is a made-up list already.
Wisconsin, Kringle. What's Kringle, Deb Green?
It's like a pastry pie thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Texas, pecan pie. Connecticut, anise cookies. Those are disgusting. How is that our thing? Florida, key lime pie. Illinois, brownies. Iowa, Jello cake.
Ugh.
That's not bad. Jello
doesn't
cake.
sound good.
Yeah, farmers.
No,
love
I'm
their
thinking of
Jell-O.
pudding cake, not Jello
Oh,
cake.
no.
Yeah. Saltwater Taffy, New Jersey. You're garbage, New Jersey. Star of the show. Saltwater Taffy. Does anyone like that crap?
Taffy's disgusting.
It's like not the 20s anymore. Well, it is the 20s now, I guess, but you know what I meant. Star of the show, we're going to have to go our old buddy Robin Walensky, bringing us inside a cruise ship, the coronavirus cruise ship. Good job, Robin. We'll continue the conversation on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum, Facebook Mark Arum WSB. We're off tomorrow, back Thursday. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby.
Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.